But in an interview, what's the line between arrogance and confidence?
The number of times they use the word I.
That's what I was. Yeah, yeah,
It's like our timing is perfect because we're just coming off these interviews, and people said, you know how they never said we or never mentioned their team? It was always
yeah,
I. Now that may be that you want to present that you do things, but we or while I led this, I had a great team. Uh, obviously speaking clearly, coming from a grounded place is important. But I would say the biggest thing is, and then I did this and I did that. And you're like, you couldn't possibly have done all that yourself.
right,
You had to have a team under you.
yeah,
So the
yeah.
more that you can talk about we team partnering with other people, I think that takes away from the arrogance.
And it's funny, you talk about and after a while, like you don't, it hits you at some point in that interview when you're talking to them, where kind of that light flips on. You're like, they just keep saying I, and then when you hear it, you can't like unhear it.
Right.
It's
That's right.
always ways like a punch when it finally hits you. Boy, they're not talking about anybody else. And as you said, somebody's got to be involved. It can't be you.
Yeah, not in everything.
Right, right.
I mean, obviously don't never use the word I, but
Exactly.
but when you're over eyeing it, that comes across as arrogant.